NLN Next Verbal Practice Questions. Question 1. Which word is closest in meaning to cautious in a patient education passage in this capitalization check item? Option A, cheerful. Option B, frozen. Option C, careful. Option D, reckless. The correct answer is option. Cautious means careful, so that choice matches the meaning in context. Cheerful means happy, not careful. Frozen means very cold, not careful. And reckless means careless, not careful. Question 2. During a quick next review of a clinical scenario item, which sentence uses a semicolon correctly? Option A. The timer rang, and the students submitted their answers. Option B. The timer rang, the students submitted their answers. Option C. The timer rang, the students submitted their answers. Option D. The timer rang, because the students submitted their answers. The correct answer is option. A semicolon can join two closely related independent clauses. The timer rang, and the students submitted their answers uses a conjunction unnecessarily after the semicolon. The timer rang, the students submitted their answers splits the subject and verb. The timer rang, because the students submitted their answers, puts a dependent clause after the semicolon. Question 3. After checking the choices in a community clinic item, which answer best explains the author's point? A lab note says the control group received no caffeine while the experimental group received caffeine. Option A. The control group provides a comparison for the treatment. Option B. The control group receives the treatment first. Option C. Caffeine is the dependent variable. Option D. The experimental group is ignored. The correct answer is option. A control group helps show whether caffeine made a difference. The control group receives the treatment first, is not supported by the passage. Caffeine is the dependent variable, is not supported by the passage, and the experimental group is ignored, is not supported by the passage. Question 4. If a student survey stem gives one clear clue, which word is closest in meaning to comply in a patient education passage? Option A, refuse. Option B, wander. Option C, describe. Option D, obey. The correct answer is option. Comply means obey, so that choice matches the meaning in context. Refuse means decline, not obey. Wander means move around, not obey. And describe means tell about, not obey. Question 5. When time is limited on a wellness app question, which sentence uses correct capitalization? Option A, Maria studied biology before the next exam. Option B, Maria studied biology before the next exam. Option C, Maria studied biology before the next exam. Option D, Maria studied biology before the next exam. The correct answer is option. Proper names and acronyms are capitalized, while common subjects are not unless part of a course title. Maria studied biology before the next exam unnecessarily capitalizes studied. Maria studied biology before the next exam fails to capitalize the acronym and overcapitalizes exam. Maria studied biology before the next exam fails to capitalize a name and acronym properly. Question 6. Given the information in a practice timer item, which answer best explains the author's point? A chart shows pulse rates before and after exercise, with higher rates after activity. Option A, exercise always lowers pulse. Option B, a pulse is unrelated to activity. Option C, exercise can increase heart rate. Option D, charts cannot show change. The correct answer is option. The before and after pattern shows increased heart rate after exercise. Exercise always lowers pulse, is not supported by the passage. Pulse is unrelated to activity, is not supported by the passage. And charts cannot show change, is not supported by the passage. Question 7. Suppose a similar exam readiness item appears on test day. Which word is closest in meaning to contrast in a patient education passage? Option A, schedule. Option B, object. Option C, similarity. Option D, difference. The correct answer is option. Contrast means difference, so that choice matches the meaning in context. Schedule means timetable, not difference. Object means thing, not difference. And similarity means likeness, not difference. Question 8. While working through a timed quick review set, which sentence avoids a comma splice? Option A. The exam challenging, but the student stayed calm. Option B. The exam was challenging, the student stayed calm. Option C. The exam was challenging, but the student stayed calm. Option D. The exam was challenging, the student stayed calm. The correct answer is option. A coordinating conjunction after the comma correctly joins the two independent clauses. The exam challenging, but the student stayed calm is missing the main verb in the first clause. The exam was challenging, the student stayed calm runs two clauses together without punctuation. The exam was challenging, the student stayed calm joins two independent clauses with only a comma. Question 9. Before choosing an answer in a hard question item, which answer best explains the author's point? A report says infection rates fell after staff completed a hand hygiene refresher. Option A. The refresher removed all risk permanently. Option B. A training increased infection rates. Option C. A training may have improved compliance with hygiene practices. Option D. Hand hygiene cannot affect infection. The correct answer is option. The sequence suggests training supported better hygiene behavior. The refresher removed all risk permanently is not supported by the passage, training increased infection rates is not supported by the passage, and hand hygiene cannot affect infection is not supported by the passage. Question 10. A student sees this easy question idea on a NEX review. Which word is closest in meaning to demonstrate in a patient education passage? Option A. Show. Option B. Guess. Option C. Hide. Option D. Delay. The correct answer is option. Demonstrate means show, so that choice matches the meaning in context. Guess means estimate, not show. Hide means conceal, not show. And delay means postpone, not show. Question 11. One mock test practice problem tests this skill. Which sentence uses there, or there correctly? Option A. They're reviewing their notes over there. Option B. They're reviewing their notes over there. Option C. They're reviewing their notes over there. Option D. They're reviewing their notes over there. The correct answer is option. There means they are, there shows possession, and there points to a place. They're reviewing their notes over there misuses there and there. They're reviewing their notes over there misuses there and there. They're reviewing their notes over there misuses there and there. Question 12. Several choices look tempting in a diagnostic set item. Which answer best explains the author's point? A paragraph states that teamwork improves safety because it helps staff catch errors early. Option A. Teamwork can reduce mistakes by improving communication. Option B. Errors are always intentional. Option C. Communication is unrelated to safety. Option D. Teamwork removes the need for training. The correct answer is option. The passage explains how teamwork supports safety. Errors are always intentional is not supported by the passage. Communication is unrelated to safety is not supported by the passage. And teamwork removes the need for training is not supported by the passage. Question 13. For this final review nursing entrance question, which word is closest in meaning to distinct in a patient education passage? Option A. Separate. Option B. Ordinary. Option C. Humid. Option D. Combined. The correct answer is option. Distinct means separate, so that choice matches the meaning in context. Ordinary means common, not separate. Humid means moist, not separate. And combined means joined, not separate. Question 14. In a short question bank practice stem, which sentence uses parallel structure? Option A. The plan was reading, to practice, and review. Option B. The plan was to read, practicing, and review. Option C. The plan was to read, practice, and reviewing. Option D. The plan was to read, practice, and review. The correct answer is option. Parallel structure keeps items in a list in the same grammatical form. The plan was reading, to practice, and review does not keep the same structure. The plan was to read, practicing, and review mixes verb forms. The plan was to read, practice, and reviewing mixes infinitive and gerund forms. Question 15. Among the choices in a workbook page item, which answer best explains the author's point? A science passage explains that enzymes work best within certain temperature ranges. Option A. Enzymes are not involved in reactions. Option B. Enzyme activity depends on conditions such as temperature. Option C. All enzymes work best when frozen. Option D. A temperature never affects proteins. The correct answer is option. The passage focuses on how conditions influence enzyme function. Enzymes are not involved in reactions, is not supported by the passage. All enzymes work best when frozen, is not supported by the passage, and temperature never affects proteins, is not supported by the passage. Question 16. Using the facts in a study notes question, which word is closest in meaning to essential in a patient education passage? Option A, visible. Option B, unneeded. Option C, necessary. Option D, fragile. The correct answer is option. Essential means necessary, so that choice matches the meaning in context. Visible means able to be seen, not necessary. Unneeded means not required, not necessary. And fragile means easily broken, not necessary. Question 17. Based on the clue in a revision guide item, which sentence uses a semicolon correctly? Option A. The timer rang, and the students submitted their answers. Option B. The timer rang, because the students submitted their answers. Option C. The timer rang, the students submitted their answers. Option D. The timer rang, the students submitted their answers. The correct answer is option. A semicolon can join two closely related independent clauses. The timer rang, and the students submitted their answers uses a conjunction unnecessarily after the semicolon. The timer rang, because the students submitted their answers, puts a dependent clause after the semicolon. The timer rang, the students submitted their answers splits the subject and verb. Question 18. Consider this high-yield crash course concept. Which answer best explains the author's point? A passage notes that older adults may be at higher fall risk because of vision changes and muscle weakness. Option A, vision changes prevent injuries. Option B, older adults never fall. Option C, muscle weakness improves balance. Option D, age-related changes can increase fall risk. The correct answer is option. The passage names changes that can make falls more likely. Vision changes prevent injuries is not supported by the passage, older adults never fall is not supported by the passage, and muscle weakness improves balance is not supported by the passage. Question 19. Near the end of an online quiz review session, which word is closest in meaning to expand in a patient education passage? Option A, increase. Option B, whisper. Option C, shrink. Option D, accept. The correct answer is option. Expand means increase, so that choice matches the meaning in context. Whisper means speak softly, not increase. Shrink means become smaller, not increase. And accept means receive, not increase. Question 20. Across similar answer key nursing entrance questions, which sentence uses correct capitalization? Option A, Maria studied biology before the next exam. Option B, Maria studied biology before the next exam. Option C, Maria studied biology before the next exam. Option D, Maria studied biology before the next exam. The correct answer is option. Proper names and acronyms are capitalized, while common subjects are not unless part of a course title. Maria studied biology before the next exam unnecessarily capitalizes studied. Maria studied biology before the next exam fails to capitalize a name and acronym properly. Maria studied biology before the next exam fails to capitalize the acronym and overcapitalizes exam. Question 21. Since only one choice fits the sample test clue, which choice most accurately summarizes the passage? A community clinic added evening hours, and attendance increased among working adults. Option A, evening visits made all care free. Option B, expanded hours improved access for people who could not visit during the day. Option C, the clinic stopped serving adults. Option D, working adults avoided the clinic more often. The correct answer is option. The passage links evening hours with increased attendance among working adults. Evening visits made all carefree is not supported by the passage. The clinic stopped serving adults is not supported by the passage, and working adults avoided the clinic more often is not supported by the passage. Question 22. From the information in a test bank item, which word is closest in meaning to impartial in a patient education passage? Option A, biased. Option B, distant. Option C, fair. Option D, fragile. The correct answer is option. Impartial means fair, so that choice matches the meaning in context. Biased means unfairly one-sided, not fair. Distant means far, not fair. And fragile means easily broken, not fair. Question 23. At a testing desk during a skill practice review, which sentence avoids a comma splice? Option A. The exam challenging, but the student stayed calm. Option B. The exam was challenging, but the student stayed calm. Option C. The exam was challenging, the student stayed calm. Option D. The exam was challenging, the student stayed calm. The correct answer is option. A coordinating conjunction after the comma correctly joins the two independent clauses. The exam challenging, but the student stayed calm is missing the main verb in the first clause. The exam was challenging, the student stayed calm runs two clauses together without punctuation. The exam was challenging, the student stayed calm joins two independent clauses with only a comma. Question 24. Inside a learning module science or skills item, which choice most accurately summarizes the passage? A patient education sheet used short sentences, headings, and pictures. Option A. Clear formatting helps readers understand health information. Option B. Pictures make written instructions unnecessary. Option C. Headings reduce the value of information. Option D. Long paragraphs are best for patient teaching. The correct answer is option. The sheet is designed to improve readability and comprehension. Pictures make written instructions unnecessary, is not supported by the passage. Headings reduce the value of information, is not supported by the passage. And long paragraphs are best for patient teaching, is not supported by the passage. Question 25. Through careful reading of a structured test stem, which word is closest in meaning to maintain in a patient education passage? Option A. Preserve. Option B. Compare. Option C. Invent. Option D. Destroy. The correct answer is option. Maintain means preserve, so that choice matches the meaning in context. Compare means note similarities or differences, not preserve. Invent means create, not preserve. And destroy means ruin, not preserve.